So, good evening, everybody, and just waiting for everyone to join the streams. As soon as we do, we can go live. And don't forget, we're going to put the link up into the description there. So, if you do want to jump in on that, then obviously let us know. So, link's about to go live for you guys, and we're going to drop the banner up for you. So links up, feel free, jump in and jump on the studio. First time doing this, so might take me a little bit of time, but once we're in there, and then we can start running everything up. So while we're waiting for the other members of the crew to join us, obviously just to let you know what's been going on this week, a lot of riding, a lot of moto vlogs that have been out this week, especially obviously the main ones that we do tend to do streams with. So Zhead Motor Vlogs, Jim Diesel, Bikes, Beards and Brews, Burning Gas, Hauling Us, Military Biker, Ponkster, Isle of Wight Rider, a lot of the big guys that are out there at the moment. So obviously if you do want to jump on all of those channels, all you need to do, go at the bottom of every one of my YouTube videos, and all the links to all the guys are all in there. So we're just waiting for the boys to jump in on the channel, and once we do that, we shall be up and running. Obviously I'm a couple of minutes early, so the main boys are here. So evening to the White Rock Rider who's just jumped in on the chat. Feel free to jump in on the stream, my friend. Always welcome here. So a lot of them have been, obviously, if you didn't join in on the chat on Instagram this afternoon, I think there was about 72 messages. Loads of people was like, why is my phone jumping around all over the place, and why is my phone bleeping? So hence the reason why we had a lot of stuff jumping on. So obviously jump onto the YouTube feed, it's all up there for you, and you can jump in on that stream. So if you did want to jump in, come and let us know, and we'll try and get you into the studio ASAP. Obviously drop your comments into the side chat for us, can let us know what you want to hear tonight, and then we can obviously get on to the discussion as well. So first time doing this, and obviously I'm a newbie at doing this live stream, and I normally do it straight off the YouTube channel, whereas we're running through StreamYard tonight, so which means that we have got up to another 5 places to get you guys in on the chat, and once you're all in, and then we can have a little bit of fun with you guys there as well. So quick one for White Rock. How's it going out there, my friend? All good? All been riding? Just watched your latest video, and congratulations on the 100 subs on that. So well done to you. So while waiting for the others to join in, obviously a lot of bits and pieces going on. There is the link up there for the StreamYard. All you need to do is jump in on that. Come and let us know what you want. While you're doing that, we've obviously skipped out on the alcohol tonight. So we are drinking this tonight. Scottish Bars Bubblegum Shandy. Yeah, God help me. And obviously serious haircut tonight as well, so decided to have a cut of the hair, and to catch up with all the biker boys, I've decided to grow one of these as well. So let me jump in, and here we go. We've got our first one of the night. Good evening to you, White. Nice to see you.
Evening, Rev.
And how's your day been? So obviously for the people that obviously follow the channel, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be obviously following my page and watching me. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do for a living, and what sort of bike you've got, and what your hobbies, and etc. etc.
Right, work. I build aircraft parts, a lot of which I can't tell you the details because they're military.
Exactly. Yep. What
hobbies,
bike you're riding?
Bike, CBR 650F.
Brilliant.
I passed my test 5 years ago, and I bought the bike brand new a month before I passed my test, and never looked back.
Welcome to the biking fraternity, and it's good to see. Obviously, I started off about 5 or 6 subs until I got into doing the Lex Motos, and it's a right pain in the backside to obviously get to once you've got those 100 subs under the belt, then it does get bigger and bigger and bigger. So congratulations on the 100. It will get more, and obviously everybody, if you do want to follow this guy, where are we? That side. It's all reversed here. So yeah, this guy, obviously White Rock Rider, give him a follow, everybody. Obviously we've got a lot of stuff that is going on the with the live streaming at the moment. Is obviously Zhead is doing his green screen stuff, telling people how to do his instructional videos. Military Biker is on this Friday. I know Diesel's Hogs is going to try and jump in on the feed somewhere during the evening. So it's just the two of us at the moment.
Right.
And obviously this is my first go at it. So normally I broadcast straight to the YouTube channel, but the guy said to me, what you want to do is do the StreamYard, get everybody on backwards and forwards. And I'm just getting the hang of all these buttons, banners and gadgets and everything. So
I have looked into it, but it does seem to be a bit of a minefield if you're not used to it.
It is once you've actually on, it's quite easy. So there's a lot of banners that you can actually set up your sub banners there. So it just pops up on the screen, comments in the side. I've just set up a load of banners on here, so I can just flick around, put different banners in. But once you've actually got your studio running for the first time and you've got your first StreamYard cast up, it's very, very easy just to go back in, do your editing. I'm actually looking at doing green screen in the background because obviously everyone sees all this behind me, and it's like,
I've got the same problem.
I've got a lot of my bike photos here that have all been signed off. My PC Harper's over there, and obviously my camera's there. And then on the metal board up the top here, we've got all the biker badges that I tend to pick up. So we've got 6 in there in the room. So if you are one of the 6 in the room, jump in. Very welcome to come and join us on the StreamYard. The link is up there at the top. So all you got to do is click that link, jump on. If you've got a webcam, you've got a microphone, come and join us in the chat, guys. We are chatting, obviously, bikes and the usual rubbish that we chat on a Tuesday night. This might be one of my regular ones because while I'm doing this, the wife is in the other room playing bingo at the moment on her phone. So there's some money. Go play bingo. Couple of the things that obviously I've got going on during this week, I do a lot of riding for Lex Moto, which is the brand that we tend to sell mostly at the garage. Now, obviously, we have moved on to the used bike market, so we're doing 600s right up to the 1400s, hence the reason why we bought ourselves a ZZR in. We've got a lot of, obviously, the big bikes, the Harleys in. We've got GTR in, a couple of Pan-Europeans, very, very nice bikes. The one that I actually took out today, and it's going to be up on my feed probably in the next 3 to 4 days. We've bought ourselves a BMW F800, and it is a weird looking bike. Round headlight, square headlight at the front. But obviously it's very, very nice bike to ride. I couldn't believe how comfortable it is, and obviously backed up BMW reliability. But I still tend to be a bit of a Kawasaki man. Obviously, I've had my time in bikes, different brands across the years, and I normally say you can't get better than the Kawasaki. But obviously, after riding these 125s, the Lex Moto range, people do knock them. Oh, it's a Chinese bike, it's cheap, it's cheerful. It does last you that first couple of years for the biking. If you're going to look after it, it is going to last you a few more years. But most kids, sort of 17, 18, 19 and 20, want to gear themselves up for a bigger bike when they get older anyway. And obviously with the A1 and the A2 coming through, it's quite easy to do it on the restricted horsepower. So a lot of people tend to use the first couple of grand, bang yourself out a cheap bike. But with obviously what's going on with Boris at the moment, and we've getting a lot of it, people coming in to buy bikes and saying, oh, how long is it going to get to turn a bike around? 2 weeks before you get yourself a bike, because we have to prep it, do all the PDI, register it, tax it for you, number plates on. Oh yeah, but I'm not doing my CBT and it's not going to be for another couple of months. And obviously the point that I've been trying to raise with a lot of bikers across the UK is, what happens if you're using that bike as an essential rider to get to and from work and you run out of CBT? Are you going to be able to get to and from work? Do you stop using your bike, or do you risk your license with no CBT and risk the fact that you might get stopped by the police, checked out, you've got no CBT, you're riding in accordance with the license, you're going to get points, you're going to get a fine. So what is the government going to do about it? Because obviously there are 90% of people at the moment that are going backwards and forwards, that are on motorcycles, that can't get themselves a new CBT.
No. I don't think that we'll be able to till, I think, the 12th of April.
Exactly, that's what a lot of people have been saying that. And then obviously there was one of the posts up on the Facebook page tonight where he's actually wrote to his local MP and said, look, I'm an essential worker. What do I do about getting my CBT retaken? And they've actually replied to him as an MP and said, unless you're one of the emergency services or you've got special circumstances, we can assign you a CBT with the DVSA, but it has to be in accordance and you have to prove your job. So unless you're unless you're a hospital worker or a fireman or a policeman or one of the emergency services, you are not going to get a CBT.
Just have a quick look. They're in stuck.
Exactly. So
they got to rely on public transport, and that can, as we all know, that can be rather below par.
Exactly. So we shall see what turns out for the CBT world, and obviously new riders that are coming onto the scene, or riders that have got bikes that want to obviously keep riding but can't due to obviously restrictions on their CBT license. And the other big thing, obviously, a lot of the guys are going on about these new bikes. I know Diesel's Hogs Vlogs was going on about the new electric bike that they've just brought out in the States. Now, obviously, electric bikes, I reckon 5 to 10 years, 90% or 80 to 90% of us are going to be thinking, do I trade my petrol in and get myself an electric bike? With the way batteries are at the moment, obviously range is very limited. You're going to get 100 miles on a bike. On the little ones, you're going to be getting 20 to 50 miles out of a bike. But obviously the Lexmoto do the Zero, Lexmoto do the Cypher, they do the Elex. They've got the G5 and the Impulse, which are like 50cc equivalents. You've got the Super Soccos that are coming through. You've got your Zero motorcycles, obviously pushing their range through, and obviously the Zeros are very, very good bike. And then you've got obviously the likes of Energica that are pushing their sports bikes through from Italy. The new one that has just come onto the market at the moment, and obviously Diesel's Hog Vlog has done a big video on it this week, is the new the Damon. And oh my god, I've been watching video after video of this Damon. 200 brake horsepower, 200 mile an hour, extended range on the bike, but it is a very expensive bike. I think it's around about the $40,000 mark, and they've only made 25 of them at the moment. But as I keep knocking on, I do mention it in my next video that is going to be going live in a couple of days. And I'm out on a 125 Milano petrol bike, and I do knock on about these electric bikes. I reckon within the next 5 to 10 years, most of us are going to be thinking, do I trade my petrol in and get an electric bike? You'll never ever get rid of, I will never ever get rid of my ZX7R, but electric is going to be one of those factors that is going to decide it. Obviously, with the price of petrol going up and the price of fuel costs, tax, road insurance, are the government going to be pushing people to have 90% electric bikes?
Well, in the UK, I've not heard of anything about bikes. I've heard about cars, but nothing about bikes.
Because they
Though
were
the question
saying,
has been asked.
yeah, they were saying obviously diesel is going to be phased out. I think it's 2030. They're looking to phase out diesel vehicles totally.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one. I know every new vehicle is supposed to be electric.
So
But that does not include bikes, apparently.
So let me just have a look. So we've got 8 watching now. If you happen to be one of those 8 watching, the stream link is at the top of the live feed on the YouTube chat. Jump in on that StreamYard. Come and join us. We're just obviously doing this one as a quick tester out there, just to see what's going on. There we go. So we just got one in the side chat at the moment. Shento Silky at the moment is just new cars that are getting banned at the moment. So thanks for the comment in there, Shento. Obviously, if you do want to come in and join in the chat, you're very, very welcome to do so. We have put the link up onto the YouTube. So do jump in on that StreamYard chat. It is free as long as you've got a webcam, and we can get up to 6 people on this as well. So obviously, let me just, I'm just going to jump in and just do a quick look at this. So we're going to be doing bit of multitasking going on now, and I don't multitask. I don't multitask very well, but obviously this is the new one that has just been unveiled. And let me just go across, and obviously RevZilla are knocking the hell out of this at the moment. So let me just see if I can share this up. Where are we? Let me just hide that, and we're going to share this up. Let me just see if I can get that one up onto the screen. There we go. So if I share, so we just share this up for the moment, and I'm just going to go to my Chrome tab and just find RevZilla. So we're just going to share this up for the second. Just get an eyeful of that. That is an absolutely blinding looking machine. So really is a good bit of kit. And obviously Damon Hypersport electric motorcycle revealed at the CES, and the price, so 200 horsepower, 200 mile an hour, 200 miles of highway range, 300 miles of city range. And the cheapest one in there is 24,995. So that is an absolutely crazy looking machine. But very, very good. For what everybody says, you know, it's going to be a really good bike. So thank you very much, S1K guy, on the 1,000 subs. Yeah, it's been a little bit of hard work knocking that out of the bag, but it did go, obviously once you hit the 1,000, it does go up and up and up. So yeah, I'm not going to be a multi-millionaire by the end of the year on 1,000 subs. I think I'm making about £4 a week at the moment. So the only downside is obviously they're not going to pay you until you earn your first £60. So looks good.
I thought it was 100, but it's only what I heard.
Yeah, it's not bad. I've been at this for just about, oh God, I'd say about 2 years now, knocking this out the bag. So it's getting better, but we're getting there slowly. We do it for the love of it. We're not doing it for the money. If we were all in it for the money, we'd all be doing TikTok and all the other stuff that's going out. But we do it for the love of biking, and obviously to share the knowledge out with others. So I say, guys, the StreamYard is up the top. Jump on the StreamYard. If you do want to leave comments in the section or in the side chat, then jump in on that. And obviously, if you've got any questions, drop them over in the side chat as well. We're here to answer them. Obviously, the couple of guys that I am going to knock on about, and I keep blagging on about these guys every week. Military Biker, big channel. Follow him. He's got a big exclusive coming up this coming Friday, and that's going to be 9 PM UK time. Jim Diesel is normally on channel, so you can go and obviously check out Jim Diesel. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you in the chat.
Tomorrow night.
I believe it's either going to be Diesel's, Jim, or one of the other guys. So I did sort of mention it on the, we were all in Instagram earlier. I think it was about 72 of us all jumping around in the chat. Evening Zhead. And then obviously everyone said, you know, who's going on tonight? I asked who was going on. And then obviously off the back of diesels, because I did sort of have a dig at diesels because I said, "Oh, where is Diesels? Is he off cooking again?" And he said, "Who's on the chat
There was
tonight?"
another cooking video,
He's
didn't he?
he's always cooking. So I did say to him, is anybody going on the chat? And he said, "Well, you can." And I went, "All right, I'll jump on. First time doing this, so obviously Zed's got a little bit more experience. Come and join in the chat on this one, Zed. Be good to have you up on camera. If anybody does want to jump in, obviously the StreamYard link is up there, so please jump in. Let us know. I'll just put that up again in case anybody's missed it. So quite welcome to come in and join us in the on the live feed tonight, and I'll add you in. I can get up to 6 people on this because I don't believe in paying for things that I don't use once. I only use once in a while. So with this, you obviously get 6 free of charge. And here comes the man himself. So for all of my guys that tend to watch my feeds, this guy down here. Zhead Motor Vlogs, otherwise known as Stu, rides a ZZR. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Stu.
Well, like you say, stay just outside Glasgow. I ride a ZZR 1400 Gen 1. Currently, I'm in the kids' bedroom because I've just knocked a wall down and I'm just about to rebuild it. So we're doing a lot of decorating. So I've shifted from my normal spot. And I'm now in the kids' bedroom, hence the pink wall.
Relegated to the back bedroom.
it's not to match my eyes, by the way.
That's all right. I'm non-alcoholic tonight, so I am on. If being a Scot, you'll know what that is. So bars.
I've got a wee bit of Stella just to wash the dust.
Lemonade.
Just to wash the dust off the
Same
floor.
again, bubblegum lemonade. So I've got to take it easy because obviously I'm riding early in the morning at 6:30. So we were out this morning at 6:30 riding this Milano. So good evening to Tom. Welcome along, Tom, to the stream. As I say, drop all your comments, anything you want to know, up into the side chat. I take it you did hooking on the Instagram that was earlier, Zed.
Oh, did I? My goodness. I almost had an orgasm in the amount of times the phone was vibrating in my pocket.
I know, it was like everyone said to me in the garage, your phone is going mad. And I went, tell me about it. Instagram is going off. All the guys are all like...
I didn't know. I didn't know what was happening, but... Military Biker had added quite a load more people to the chat.
So everybody was in the chat, and I got lumped with. It was Diesels that said to me, he said, "Are you doing a stream?" I said, "Oh, well, I might go live tonight." He went, "Yeah, go on, you do it." I was like, oh, "Okay." First time using obviously StreamYard, so I'm just getting used to all these banners and bits and pieces that are at the side. Yep. Hence, I figured out how to do all this now. So
looking good. I'm just representing. There's the Military Biker and the Z head sticker there on the side of my tower.
Yeah, brilliant. And I'm trying out this new camera now because obviously a little bit brighter, a little bit more.
It's looking very good.
Yeah, so I managed to pick this one up on Amazon, and it's got the little white. It's got a white.
Like a
I
halo.
think they call it a ring light on it. So it's I've got the ring light, and it's got a little privacy cover, so I can flick it down when I don't use it.
Excellent.
Stops anybody hacking the camera when I'm sat in the office. But yeah, it's good bit of kit. So Amazon is good for stuff. And then obviously coming this week, I'm going to be having the green screen behind me. So I've been sat here editing, working on a load of banners and doing bits and pieces. So we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. So it's a learning curve, as they say. And I've been practicing with chroma keys and green screens, thanks to
you. Did you see NVA Riders?
No.
Go on and check NVA Rider. He actually tagged me on Instagram. A picture of his bike. I actually posted it as well. He's got his Harley with a green screen on the front of his Harley.
I did see the photo up. So he's got a video up.
He's got a video up just now, and it's just like a mail call, but right at the end, he uses the green screen and the chroma key that I'd showed on my live stream. He's nailed it. Absolutely nailed
brilliant.
it.
I should go and check that out.
And that was the whole point of doing it. Not so much what I was doing. It was to give everyone just that wee idea, that little seed, and to see how everyone would run with it. And
and the question is, what camera is it? I have absolutely no idea. It's the standard cheapo one that's on Amazon. It's quite oblong. In fact, while I've got my phone here, let me do it the easy way. And if I do this, there we go. And the cheater's way of doing it. So that's what it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got controls where you can turn it on to white, deep white, or down into like a magnolia cream. So privacy cover. You can get them. They are £30.99, and you can pick them up on Amazon. So if you just type in, I actually typed in YouTube streaming camera. And it comes with a little tripod as well, and
you actually did well to get one, because everyone and their dog's been getting them, obviously, because everyone's been doing Zoom calls and so on and so forth for their work. So, I mean, if you look at the average price of our webcam, it's gone through the roof.
Well, I obviously mine's normally built into the screen, but every time I tend to stream with you guys, I have to pull the screen right the way down, because my PC, I've got a 32-inch all-in-one, so it's a huge, great machine. I'm running the HP, I think it's a HP NV32. But obviously this used to be my DJing machine, because it's all touch screen, so we used to have all the decks on the screen. But it does the job, so that's all I want it to do. Just stream, let me do my videos, jump on and do obviously the bits and pieces that I need to do. Very welcome if you want to jump in, any of you guys out there jumping on the stream. We did put it up, the link's up there somewhere, so just scroll up, grab the link on the YouTube, and then obviously jump in.
It's one of the whole reasons for doing the house is I want a man cave out the back door. So one of the boys that motovlogs out of Scotland, he's going to throttle daft. He's going to dig me a foundation. So once he digs me the foundation, I lay the concrete. I'm going to have a man cave out the back, and that's going to be my vlogging station. It's going to be my editing suite. Sofas, fridge. Got to have a fridge.
Why not?
Yeah.
See,
I think I might actually get a letterbox as well, because I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be sleeping in it.
Well, this is actually the back bedroom that I used to use when I used to do all my studio work and my DJ mixes. So obviously for tax purposes, when we had the original desk in here, when I went to actually claim for having a room for business purposes, they actually said to me, no, you can't claim it. You have to have fully fitted worktop. So we actually went out and bought 4 meters of kitchen worktop. Hence why when we put it in, it's sitting slightly high. So I'm like trying to sort of, the desk is actually high, but obviously this is my side, and that side over there on the back of the room is obviously where it runs along the window, which is the wife's part of the office, because she's been working from home since March at the moment, so she tends to use that, and then have a little bit of music running on my one during the day just to sort of chill the boredom. But she's getting a bit stir crazy, because obviously she doesn't get to go out, and she's working from home 5 days a week, same office, same chair, same old boring screen. So hence why she's in the other room at the moment watching TV. Evening, Carl, good to see you. Feel free to jump in on the chat, Carl, if you want to.
It's like everything here is like the unit that I'm using. It's like, it feels as if my keyboard's are way up here. It's like, and my mouse is underneath. It's like, it's just totally alien. You know, when you've got your setup just right and you're just like, it's ideal. Everything just feels alien to me.
All right, let's just have a quick look at all the other messages. So who else we got in here? Take her out on the back of the bike. My wife would not go on the back of my bike for love or money. She don't mind seeing the bike, she don't mind looking at the bike or hearing the bike, but she would never ever go on the back of my bike. She does not like motorcycles, so she puts up with it.
Mine just says I'll go on my own.
Oh, more excuse for me enjoying Zed's pink walls. Yes. And obviously, I decided to get myself a set of clippers this week. So serious haircut, and I've decided to catch you guys up now. I thought can't be the only one that's in the room with a shaven face. So I thought, right.
The old face mask. The face mask
I
isn't
just
being
had one
fine.
earlier.
So yeah, it's getting there. This is about 3 days in now, so it's the grey's starting to come through now. So
I shaved this morning.
I shall start looking like Jim Diesel by the end of sort of next month. We shall have the grey beard. Right, let's just see what else we got. Take one on the back about it. So we're doing well for the viewers tonight. So 11. I was just
11.
wondering where Burning Gas Hauling Gas is, because he did say that he would pop in tonight. So they might be slightly delayed, obviously, if they're waiting till just gone 9 o'clock. So we shall see how we're doing. And then
did any of you see Anonymous Biker's video about the Harley, the Pan American, the
new yes, new Pan American. I'm not a lover of that. Are they trying to obviously copy sort of the live
Africa
wire with
BMW?
Yeah, the very square front end on it. It really doesn't appeal to me at the moment. So yeah, it's not.
No.
I was the opposite. I had whether it was the cinematography of the filming, I don't know. But when I was listening to what they've actually done with the technology that they've put into it, it's like Harley's actually thought about this. You know, it's like the active suspension and so on and so forth that they were talking about, and the traction control and whatever else. But it remains to be seen whether it can keep up with the big boys. They've certainly entered into a market that they're not familiar with. So fair play to them for that.
There was obviously I was in I think around about 7 o'clock tonight, so it gave me about 40 minutes just to grab some food and then catch up on me YouTube. And there was two that obviously I was watching tonight, and I'm thinking, why? The first one was obviously Bogan's new one.
I didn't watch it because I just felt that the title was clickbait right from the start.
It's very, very clickbait on it. Yeah, attacked by a swarm of killer bees.
Yep, straight away. Just
same thing again. Dropping a bike, getting it stuck in the sand again, and it's the same old repetitive.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get a slightly, just get out on the bike, ride some roads. Yeah. You're meant to be an ambassador for Harley Davidson. Everybody follows you for your Harleys. Ride the damn bike. There's no need to keep going cross country, bogging it down, getting attacked by killer bees, just for the sake of getting a few extra 1,000 subscribers on, clicking on your video for the money.
Yeah. There's three guys in a live stream talking about them. And how many others are doing exactly
how many others are doing exactly the same, and they let's go and click on the video, and that's another click. That's another click that he's picked up.
So it's kind of a reverse psychology thing. I think there's method to that madness. I don't think he's as daft as he's letting on.
And then obviously the other one
is in the advertisement.
Exactly. And then the other one obviously 100%. Said, if you missed out on the chat earlier, we were talking about that Damon. Obviously Diesels has done his own little narration over the new Damon Hypersport, the electric bike. If you haven't seen it.
No, I've saved that. That's one for later. I want to sort of take a wee bit of time to listen to what he's got to say.
Yeah, he's done obviously for his first narration, he's done a really good job of that. So I'm just going to leave it as that if you've not watched it, but you'll be very impressed.
Oh, that's good.
Hey Wolfie, good to see you in the room, my friend. So if you want to jump in, Wolfie, come and join us in the live stream. You're very, very welcome to do so. And obviously Wibbly saying, I remember when they first released the new Fat Bob. So square headlight, hated it, but it really grew on me. Things. Obviously, I took out the new, not new, but the BMW F800 today. and that has got a really weird. Got one square and one round, and I'm looking at the front of the bike thinking, okay, you know, if that's what they want to do, but it was a nice ride.
Yeah.
Right, so jumping back on, let me just obviously see where we're going. So we're at 11 at the moment. So there's 11 people in here. Come on, there's only 3 of us that are on camera talking. There are plenty of slots. I've got space for another 3 slots. Jump onto the live stream. The link is in there. I've pasted it about 3 or 4 times now. But if you do want to jump in on that, then come and join us on the StreamYard. Very welcome to do so. Come and give us your opinions, and obviously drop your comments in the side chat. If you've got any questions for these guys down here, then very, very knowledgeable bikers. And then let them know what you want. Yeah, as I say, Michelle, that F800, it's a bit of a weird one, because obviously the petrol tank is situated under the back seat. But it's a really, really good. It was a good ride, and obviously we've got that one up for sale as a used bike. You know, for something that's on an 08 plate, it rode like an absolute dream. It handles like it was on rails. Obviously, we took out the Triumph Sprint last week, and I always say, you know, I'm very, very Kawasaki biased, but that Sprint handled. It must have been probably one of the best bikes that I've ridden this year, the 1050 Sprint, and it does handle absolutely beautiful. Evening Ponkster, good to see you here.
There was a question about the Triumph Sprint I was going to ask you. Has that had the software update?
It has, yeah.
Yeah, because Throttle Daft, one of the boys from the Basic Bikers, he actually sold his Triumph because Triumph were quoting I think it was near about £1,500 to get the software updated, and he said, "I think I'll just trade it in."
They are, unless you've had the update on them, they tend to be very, very laggy pulling through.
Yeah,
it's literally as though you've lost a cylinder. You get to about 2,000, and all of a sudden you get a lag and then a burst of speed. So the ZZRs did have the same thing on it as well. And then obviously that can be done by giving it an ECU flash.
Yeah, it helps if you've got a power commander under the seat.
That's it.
That does help, yeah.
So good to see you guys all here. Come and jump in the side chat if you do want to jump in, people. The link is up on that side chat, so come and jump in. Let us know what you want to talk about. Wolf-Eyes Bike Go Flows. Obviously, have you guys made any quick questions after this? Obviously, with the lockdown that's going on, question for you then, Zed, if you want to answer that question on screen.
I have basically done nothing yet. The reason being, I am just about to purchase 2 brake discs for the front of the bike, and new brake pads all round. I have not even MOT'd the bike, to my shame. The reason being, I didn't know what was happening. Scotland, as it stands just now, has got a sort of roadmap out of lockdown, but it isn't as clear as England's may be. There are dates, but they're very, very loosely worded. It's looking like it's going to be nearer April, I would say, before we have freedom to move about throughout Scotland. I'm not even sure what happens with regards to going over the border or whatever, but my first sort of port of call will be the North Coast 500. That's what I intend doing as soon as I can get out and ride the bike. So basically, anyone that doesn't know what that is, it's like the North Coast of Scotland. It's taking the road round the perimeter of the country, taking in 500 miles. Everyone does it in different ways. I intend doing it in about 4 days with sort of rough camping in between. So that's what I'm going to be attempting as soon as lockdown disappears.
Excellent, and good to see the JD is in the room. So come and jump in, JD. You're very welcome to come and join us on camera. White Rock, what are your plans, obviously, when lockdown eases?
Well, hopefully jump on a ferry and go around the south coast for a few days. Later on in the year, hopefully, if Oliver's Mount is running, then go up to support my mate, who hopefully will be racing up at Oliver's Mount.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's
quick,
going to be a nice long trip.
Quick question from Michelle. Have any of us rode the new BMW R18 yet?
No, I haven't.
We did have a BMW in today, and I did comment it was like riding on an armchair. We've got the K1600 in. It is so wide with obviously top boxes, side panniers, but God, it's a top heavy bike. That tops out at just over 300 kilos. And you try getting that onto a ramp to do a service. It took 3 of us to push it onto the ramp. I wasn't going to put that in gear and try and ride it up the ramp, but obviously that come in. That's just had its service. It failed on the MOT yesterday on rear pads and obviously brake travel, excessive rear brake travel. We've done the service on it. We've done the rear pads on it, put new battery in it, got it all up and running, and it's still got the excessive brake travel. So we've got a feeling it either needs a damn good brake bleed, which we've done 3 times already. It's got some air traps somewhere, or the master cylinder has gone.
Yeah. It sounds like new seal kit.
New seal kit, but it's normally you'd expect a couple of inches travel on that brake pedal. We've got literally about 4 to 5 inches. You put your foot on it, and it's like, how far can I push my foot down before I get any rear brake? But it went through on the roller test, and it was only just under. It just wasn't locking the rolling road up. So hence why it failed the MOT. So very, very heavy bike. But obviously BMW, he said, obviously the customer that's brought it in goes all the way to France and back 3 times a year. And he said, I can do that in 4 hours. And I'm like, blimey. So it's good going, but obviously a very, very nice bike, but a lot of money there. And then you sort of sit on it, you look at the dashboard and you think, good God, this has got a radio on it as well. Not that you're going to be wanting to listen to the radio while you're obviously riding down the road.
No.
And obviously Carl's just said to us, anyone wants to come to the Lake District, be good to give us a shout. So we'll probably head up that way once the lockdown sort of eased off, Carl. We'll come up, pay you a visit. I think everybody just wants to get out at the moment. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just get out and ride.
Incidentally, if anyone's wanting any stickers, they're more than welcome to hit me up, and I'll get some stickers out to you.
And we've got Terry that's just joined us. So good evening, Terry. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you ride, and what you do for a living.
Well, I took early retirement when I was 55.
What are you riding at the moment?
I took early retirement when I was 55, and during the lockdown, I've been going on YouTube and watching all your bike videos and things like that. And at this moment, I haven't got a motorbike, and I've never passed my test, and I've never rode one. Now, I'm getting a little bit of echo back. I can hear myself speaking, which is fine. But at the end of the day, I've been trying to do me compulsory bike training, but everywhere it's closed.
Yeah.
So I nearly bought a don't shoot me, please, because I want to try. I don't want to go the direct route, because I think having a big, powerful bike, if you haven't ridden one before, would be quite dangerous for me. So what I'm going to do is buy a new 125cc, and I'm looking at the Lex Motos, because I think they look, for somebody to buy a new one, a good price, and also I like the look of them.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward. And in fact, I'm even thinking about if we can this summer go up Scotland and do the North Road.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I also own an MGB GT. It's 47 years old, and in 2019 I toured all of Europe and drove the car all the way to Rome with no motorways or no toll roads or A and B roads, and I went over the Alps like that. So the biking looks very attractive to me. So I think I'm going to do it. I think if I don't do it now at my time of life, I'll never do it. So I'm definitely going to buy a new motorbike, 125.
Brilliant.
They are. That's good. Why I'm joined in the video. Thank you for inviting me in.
Very welcome to join in the Brotherhood of Biking. Good starter bike, Lexmoto. Obviously, we are a Lexmoto dealer. So if you do go on to obviously my feed, there is a lot of Lexmotos in there. Obviously, the road to go, you've got two choices. You've got Twist and Go, which is your scooters, which is just an automatic box, or you've obviously got geared bikes. Evening, Jim. Good starter bike. If you want to start, if you want to, obviously cheap and cheerful, they start the range on what's called the ZSB, which retail at 1,490. Nice 5-speed bike, very, very similar. And if everybody remembers the BSA Bantams, looks very, very similar to a BSA Bantam. So Lexmoto ZSB, very good starter bike. Then obviously you start stepping up into the likes of the Michigan, which is your cruiser type. You've got the ZSX, ZSX-F, ZSX-R. They're another good sort of Honda CG looking bike or Honda CB looking bike. What people tend to sort of when they go, oh, Chinese bike, most of the bikes now that are coming out of China, are 90% of them are Honda parts. So we had this in, we had a big argument, well, not an argument, but a debate while I was showing a customer a bike. And we were actually showing him the ZSX-F. And his dad went, oh, well, there's a spitting image of the Honda CB. And I went, well, there is a slight difference. And he went, what's that? I went, 500 yards.
Yeah.
The Zhongsheng engine and the Luzheng engine are made 500 yards apart. Two identical factories, all the same engine components. Just one is branded Lexmoto, one is branded Honda. So you are paying for a name.
Was the Lifan was the CG 125?
Exactly.
Honda stopped making it. Lifan bought the rights to it, didn't they?
That's it. Yeah. So very, very similar bike. And then obviously there is a comment. Someone's just put up. Let me just find that comment. Someone did comment about the LXR. So obviously LXR is a very, very good bike. Obviously, if you wanted to get into it. So yeah, one of our biggest sellers, LXR, is a very, very good bike. Water-cooled 125 engine, very, very good-looking sports bike. Now there's two versions of that. You've got the straight LXR, retails at 2,390. If you wanted to step up into what they call the LXR SE, now the only difference of that is got inverted race forks that are adjustable. So you've got the inverted forks on the front, and you've got an aluminium swing arm to the rear compared to the standard LXR, which has got a steel swing arm. Does it make any difference to the bike? Absolutely not. The looks of it
sounds good though.
It sounds good, but people say, does it ride better? Does the SE ride better than the LXR? If you are a novice rider, you are not going to notice the difference at all. If you're an experienced rider, yes, you do notice that the back end is a little bit more. I've got a bit more. It's like putting on a pair of Asda underpants and then putting on a set of Harrods underpants. You are going to feel the difference, but only if you know what you're doing. And the answer to the person that asked me in the week on my. He actually messaged me via my Facebook page. Can you get an LXR knee down? If you are 17 to 20, I wouldn't expect you to go and try it. Save it for a track day. You're not going to be wanting to do it on a main road, but yes, you can get an LXR knee down. I have done it on the SE the first time we took it out. Forgot that I'd got a pair of jeans on, went round the roundabout at 30 mile an hour and put my knee down, and came home with a lot of blood on my knee. So yes, you can, the answer to that is yes, you can get any bike knee down, but it is down to experience, knowing your tyres, knowing your road conditions, and getting those bike tyres warmed up before you even attempt to do that. But first things first, if you are going to try getting anything knee down or trying to get any speed out your bike, go and do a track day. Get some experience on a track before you take it out on the main road.
Go and watch 44 Teeth's view on knee down. Did you see that video with a lawyer?
Yeah, saw that. Yeah, pretty good.
Quite interesting.
It is very interesting.
Yeah.
How's Jim? How are you doing, Jim? Anyway.
Oh yeah, I've just got in. Well, I had to go into work. Absolute carnage. So to the Ponkster, I'm not a civvy just quite yet. I've had to go in. Too many dramas at work. So yeah, I've just got in. I've had to go into work, sort stuff out, and I got back and I saw your live stream. So that's why I quickly just jumped on.
Good to see you here. And obviously everybody's saying that I'm starting to copy you now.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah, I saw that bit of stubble. Got a bit of George Michael stubble going on.
I've decided to grow it a bit. I had a bit of a crucial haircut.
I've been looking at bikes. Yeah.
You were saying?
Like it. I don't know if you've already spoke about it, but have you seen? I've been looking on eBay at bikes, and there was a Sinis adventure bike.
Yes, yeah. Sinis, not a bad brand.
Sinis adventure bike. It's a 350. Looks like a mini BMW GS.
Yes.
Have you seen those?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
They're on eBay for like $4,000.
Yeah, they're not. Sinis isn't. It's another Chinese brand. I've obviously come out the same factories as Lexmoto.
Yeah, I've never seen them before. I was looking at it. It looks like a mini. I don't know if they're any good though. It's only a little 350, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But it looks like a BMW GS Adventure.
Yeah, they do. I think it's called Sinis Apache.
The lights, with the one.
So Sinis Apache, good bike. Yeah. So a lot of stuff's coming out. Hyosung have just relaunched their GV Cruiser as well. So that's due to hit with the Euro 5 as well. So there is, and obviously you've got the only one that I'd say not to touch. If you are shopping around for Chinese bikes, don't touch anything that says direct bike on it, because it's in a box, build it yourself. We've lost Zed somewhere. But yeah, let me see if I can find this and drop this up on the feed. So there is a couple of obviously Sinis bikes. A lot of people do ride the have a look at the Sinis bikes. Probably the one that you're looking at, Jim, is this one. Let me just see if I can share the screen up again. I'm getting used to doing this streamlabbing now, so let me just share this up, share the screen, and we'll just bring up that. So that's the Sinis Terrain. Yeah. Obviously, very, very similar to the. So you've got the same sort of front end as you'd find on the Royal Enfield. That's what they're aiming it at. It's meant to be a Royal Enfield copy.
I've not seen that. It ain't come up on here yet.
No, it hasn't come up.
It's not come up.
No.
Hang on. Let me do my Chrome tab. Hang on. Sinis Terrain. There we go. So that's what the one that you're probably looking at, which is the Sinis Terrain.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
And if you actually compare it, that is very, very similar to the Royal Enfield. So very, very similar to
that's a 125 though, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, that's the 125, but they're all basically built on the same sort of chassis or same thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a 350 version, yeah. And
I'm getting the hang of the screen sharing now. So.
Better than I did, because the first screen share I did in my live screen, it actually showed the folder that I was sharing out of, and not the actual thing that I was meant to be showing. But
it's all right. It's all right till you click Chrome link and then realise that you've got pages open that you shouldn't have open.
Yeah, you should be,
wouldn't you?
But yeah, we're going well. So let's just see. We've got 9 in the room at the moment. So if you happen to be one of the other 5, feel free to sort of drop in and jump on. And obviously, people still commenting about the new Booster. So Motor Michelle, new Booster. Love all the. I'm still sort of torn. Do I like it? Do I not like it? I still prefer the original Boosters. And I think they've just gone a little bit OTT with all their oh, this is the new Booster. This is the new Booster.
I like the colour scheme. I must admit, I like the colour scheme. I think see the middle part of the fairing. I think they've tried to take that from the ZZR 1400, the Gen 2. It's very, very similar, but all manufacturers do it. So I can't fault them for that. But I'm a member of the ZZR 1400 forum, but I'm not a ZZR 1400 snob. So I posted on the site saying I will reserve my judgment until I've actually ridden one. And once I've ridden one, if I like it, there is a chance that I could buy it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm not one of these people that says this is the only brand of bike that I'll ever ride and so on and so forth. If it's good enough, it will be in my garage, and that's at the end of the day. There's some people that just I cannot see past 1400s ZZRs. I ain't one of them.
Because obviously,
every bike's got its faults.
I've still got the 7 at the moment, and obviously the ZZR's on hold till August because it's just going to sit outside the house. I'm not going to use it, so I might as well run around on the ZX7R at the moment. But obviously, the only reason I chose something like that is because I want to do a little bit more sort of further outfield, and 20-30 miles on mine. Well, Jim will know, being a sports bike rider, your wrists are hurting, your back is hurting. It's hard work on the body at our age. So, if I'm not 21, I'm double that. So, double that and a half by. Obviously for touring.
I like the look of I like the look of the back end. The back end is all right, but like we said previously, isn't it? There's not much change, is it? It's just an iteration, isn't it, of the previous bike. It's not a whole. It's not a new bike, isn't it? They haven't done anything groundbreaking with it. They've added a few more extra electrical bits.
The power delivery is different.
That's
going to make probably a lot more difference than people actually are giving them credit for, because I feel as
down grunt.
I feel as if they've possibly not been able to put all the power down exactly when they wanted it, and that's what they've worked on, so that they can get it up to that top speed. And I think it's going to be night and day. I really do. I hope it is, because they've worked on it hard enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see. Yeah, it's like the hypersport market. It's just like, it's only Kawasaki and them that are in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. That are in the hypersport market. There is no other hypersport bikes, is there?
Exactly. Well, the original one, because obviously I used to be Team Honda for years, and obviously I went between Fireblade back to 600, back to Fireblade, back to 600, and then after having obviously my last CBR 600, until it went to heaven after its crunch, and I was looking at getting myself a Blackbird. And everybody said, you can't go far wrong with the Blackbird XX. And I went, right. Actually went out and had a look at a very, very nice gold one. I had it actually wrapped in candy gold, and it was like a pink gold. It actually, and I was like, And then obviously when the ZX popped up, and I'm like, that's one of my original bikes that I used to ride when I was a lad. And obviously I purchased the ZX, and it wasn't until I purchased the ZX that I got banned from the Honda forums for owning a Kawasaki. And I'm like, but I've still got a Honda. Bought a Kawasaki, you're a traitor to the Honda brand. I'm like, if that's your attitude,
that's what I don't like. That's what I don't like about the ZZR 1400 forum. It's like you can't say anything bad about them. There's bad things about them. The brake disc warp all the time. They're that heavy a bike, trying to stop them, they warp. It's notorious for it. Regardless of whether you're buying aftermarket discs or whether you're buying.
Do you have any overheating issues with your set?
No, I don't. But I've got like a protector on the front of my radiator which
'Cause
is quite.
because obviously we
open.
run the bikes up for about 15 minutes every morning before we wheel them out.
But Kawasaki says that you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, see, we like to keep the batteries because obviously we've got 41 bikes going in and out the garage every day. We tend to line them up out the front, warm them up, get the batteries topped up.
Yeah.
The only two bikes that we have issues with is the Suzuki Bandit 1200.
Yeah.
You have to get that fired up on the full choke and get the choke off as quick as you can. And if you don't, it clogs up the plugs. And then you have to rev the pants off it to get the engine running properly.
Yeah.
And then we picked up the other day. Obviously, the ZZR was sitting inside. We brought it in. Engine's running nice and hot. Fans cutting in, cutting out, cutting in, cutting out. As soon as I turned that bike off, it belched its water everywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
And yet the fan was running.
Yeah. They don't like sitting running. They really don't. It's like, I mean, I'll run mine up until as soon as I hear the fan kick on the first time, then I'm away.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like some might say, "Oh, well, you've actually just started riding your bike a wee bit too soon. You've not let it heat up fully." But it's for that very reason. I think it was might have been possibly the owner's manual that said that 15 minutes is your window for having the bike running idle. They don't advise you to run it in idle for any length of time, because I think the way that they've got it designed, it needs the airflow to cool the engine and to cool the system. I think they've skimped just that wee bit on the radiator and whatever, because a lot of people fit a secondary fan.
All right.
Quick one there from Sashento Silky. Obviously, opinions of the Adrenaline 125 when it first came out from Lex Moto. Brilliant little motocross bike, dual sport tires on it, and there is a lot of stuff on the Lex Moto forum. The Adrenaline 125 is going to be back for this year. No, it will not be, obviously, and that is from the horse's mouth. I asked Lex Moto today, speaking with the main dealer down in Exeter. And I asked them, are we going to get another motocross bike for this year? And the answer is no. The Adrenaline will not be continued into Euro 5. So we won't be doing another Adrenaline this year. So that answers your question there. You can't buy them. Exactly. Thanks, Staff Sled. You can't buy them. They stop productions. Yeah. So he's obviously spoke to Lex Moto on the phone as well. So thanks for the input on that one. Yeah. Just to confirm, yes, they will not be doing the Adrenaline. There are 2 new bikes coming out this year from Lex Moto. And obviously I asked them what it was. And they are sworn by basically death if they leak anything from the factory. It is a hang you from the rafters offence to obviously mention anything about Lex Moto bikes. I do I've got an inkling of what they are, but I'm not going to repeat it until Lex Moto actually say, these are the bikes, this is what we're going to put out, then I can announce it, because I don't believe in, obviously, false rumours. That's what gets you into trouble. So hence why Euro 5 has obviously killed the bike market at the moment. Oh, Jim's back. Welcome back, Jim.
Yeah, I got ambushed. It was the ninjas. They took me off. God knows
quick
what
one
happened there.
Obviously, Wibbly Wobbly, missed my 600 Bandit. The 1200 is a very, very nice bike. So, yeah, the 1200 does handle a lot better than the 600, and you can flick it around.
Yeah.
And obviously, Terry's still in the room somewhere. So good to obviously have. It's nice when we get to obviously people that haven't ridden before coming in to chat to people that have ridden. Obviously, they've got the experience, and we can obviously guide you down that route. Should you want to take up the two-wheeled option? That's the whole idea of obviously the bike. We're not just bikers, we are a brotherhood. Everybody here is, we're all part of that massive brotherhood, and it's good to obviously share the knowledge, share the wealth, and obviously get new people in. Us guys aren't getting any younger. Let's get the youngsters up and on bikes, and let's keep the obviously the hobby of motorcycling going.
Yeah.
When I learned to ride at the grand old age of 53.
Exactly.
5 years later, I'm loving it.
Exactly.
Absolutely brilliant. I think anyone that starts at any age, it's fair play. It's great.
Yeah.
It's
See,
like
obviously,
I just wish I'd done it sooner, but I had to move out my house before I was allowed. My mum said to me that not while you're in my house will you have a motorbike, and it was basically if I brought a motorbike home, I'd be out of the house. So
Yeah.
I left and passed my test.
I was very, very obviously very, very lucky that when I actually first started biking, my dad was an avid biker. He'd obviously had years and years of biking in the 60s and the 70s. And he started me at the age of, well, I think it was around about 5 or 6. So that is the very, very first shot. Obviously,
look at that.
BSA Bantam, I think I'm about 6 or 7 now on a Bantam. I can't even touch the pegs. And obviously I had a little 50cc monkey bike that I used to just potter around on. But it wasn't until I actually got to 12 and I could reach the pegs, and my dad said, right, you can have your first motorbike lesson. Same thing again, put the bike in gear. I used to sit on the front, and Dad, obviously being 6'4", get it up into first gear, get it into second gear, and then he used to stand up on the back of the bike, put his feet down, stand off the back, and off I went. And it wasn't until I was obviously turned around and coming back, and all I used to do was just clutch in, front brake, and lean the bike into him to get off the bike, and Dad would take the bike off of me. But then it's obviously the grand old age of 14. My dad wrote his Bantam off in a car crash. Got hit sideways on. We got another frame. We had the engine out of it, and he built me my first motocross bike, which was the remnants of his original Bantam. And I believe it or not, I used to take that motocrossing at the age of 14, and then obviously got myself into a motocross career, Team KTM, racing for them, 17, and then obviously. I went to, I think, about 30, 35, where I decided, obviously, kids were families, wives, kids. I came out the biking trade for ages, and it wasn't until I got back into it. And I've been back in the biking business now for just coming up for 7 years now. Obviously, thanks to the guys, because I knew the owner of our garage from very, very young, from 16, 17, and we knew each other for years. And he said to me, obviously, do you want to have a go at the garage as a maintenance man? And it wasn't until obviously he started doing bikes, and I'm like, oh, back on the bikes again. And obviously my career's gone sort of up and up and up. And I just wish I'd have done this and just stayed in biking all the way through. You know, it's one of my big regrets. I just wish I'd have stayed into biking. And obviously, Mrs. isn't a huge bike fanatic. She don't ride. She doesn't want to go on the back. She puts up with the crap that I do.
Mine's is the same. She doesn't mind paying for my bike, but she doesn't like being on the back of it.
Yeah, so she puts up with it. She does her thing on, you know, at the weekend. I go out and have my occasional bike ride off to the old, obviously, Super Sausage with this guy down here.
Get that back on.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good to actually, and obviously the friends that I've picked up off of this channel, it's really good because, you know, we're all in it. We all have a giggle. We all have a laugh. We all take the mick out of each other. You know, obviously taking the mick out of Diesel's cooking as well. So but it's all good fun. So yeah.
What was that pickle thing all about?
Oh, the dill pickle. Oh, it's like Jesus.
That's a heart attack waiting. That is.
I think we call them gherkins over here, though, don't we?
Yeah. That and cheese and
just a couple of
spaghetti.
I had the alphabeti spaghetti. I left a comment on his on the video saying that it's like the last time I had alphabet spaghetti, I had a really bad vowel movement.
So there we go. So obviously, thanks very much, Diecast. Yeah. So he's got a Pegasus, 800 miles. Great little bike, then Pegasus. We've just got the new version of the Aura on its way to us, and that's going to be quite a good ride. Obviously, the Chieftain is a very, very big maxi-size scooter, but they are out of stock, and they're looking to actually do the Aura more than the Chieftain this year. And a quick one from Wibbly there. Best thing he ever did 8 years ago. Moved from Derby to County Durham and passed his test and biking. And he's You know, I say you'll never get a better family than you would the biking family. So
definitely.
You know, Where can you drive?
Definitely.
Where would you drive down the road in an open top car and have another open top car nod at you or wave to you? You don't
Yeah.
get that. Bikers always give each other the nod or the wave or the foot out. So nothing better than being out on a bike. Right, so how are we doing for time, guys? Obviously, I'm going to be on for about another 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up around about 10 o'clock tonight. So that's not bad. We've been going for about an hour and a half. Obviously, don't forget, side chat, leave your comments in there.
Cool.
There is obviously mentioned a couple of big blogs that are coming up this week. The Military Biker is up on Friday. This guy down here, if you haven't seen Finally Friday, check him out. I don't know if Jim's going to be doing another Finally Friday yet. You are brilliant. So obviously check out Jim Diesel's channel, Finally Friday.
Yeah.
And then the other one, obviously, Diesel's Hogs.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, Salty and Sprinkles. All those guys are all in the bottom of the feed. So if you go onto any of my videos, all the feeds are all down there. Names of all the bikers along the bottom, including this guy down in that corner down there. So you can catch up with Ed. Go and have a look at his stuff. And this guy that way, there we go. White Rod.
It's not easy, is it?
No.
I'm all working backwards here. I will get the hang of doing it. Yeah, check out. So obviously White Rock Rider.
Yeah.
Just a quick one from the staff studies. Obviously,
get used to it.
Obviously, Lex Motor, the UK have got no idea of the Euro 5s this year. More middles, so there are more models that are going to be discounted for 2021. So very, very true on that. But no one seems to know what's coming out at the moment. So as I say, there are going to be 2 models, but no one has told me what the model was. Obviously, I tend to chat with each part of the country has its own manager, and I've actually spoke to that manager that deals with us. What are we getting? Can't tell you. They are sworn to secrecy. So, right, I think the wife is off for smoke break, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up here because I've got a 5 o'clock start again. I'm out riding at 6 in the morning. Whatever you're doing, do have yourself a good one. If you are riding, guys, and all you people on the channel. So if you are riding, do ride, be safe. Take care of yourself. Don't forget, check out all these guys here. So you can check out all these ones. Make sure that if you are about this Friday, big plug, the Military Biker live at 9 p.m. He's going to have loads of spaces because he pays for his Streamlab. We don't.
Yep, you too.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Till the next time.
And
good to see you. Thanks for joining in the live feed tonight. Until then, take care. Rev Bomb out.
Yeah, that way.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yep. See you later. Cool.